My Yes Network colleague Jack Curry not able to join us in studio today, but he does join us on the phone to offer his insights on Tanaka. And Jack, let me ask you, when you heard the news, what went through your mind about the impact of this signing? Because as we've talked about, the talks were very secretive.
Bob, you look at the last month and not a lot of information had been seeping out, but imagine how the Yankees felt because they've actually been monitoring this guy since 2007. They first started scouting Tanaka in 2007. In 2009, they fell in love with him with what he did at the WBC. Even though it was a small sample size, they liked the fire that he showed coming out of the bullpen. He used a Major League Baseball, which is different from the Japanese ball. He faced Major League hitters, and they've been monitoring him ever since to the point that this year they scouted 15 of his starts, and when they finally got prepared to make an offer, they had 11 different scouting evaluations that they put into what they thought this guy was worth. So 22 baseball eyes decided that, yes, go get Tanaka, and the Yankees ended up getting him.
And you can't help but wonder within those scouting reports how much was about workload and innings pitched, because he pitched a lot so far in his Japanese pro career.
He has, Bob. And when you talk to the Yankees about that, they say that he's a durable pitcher. They put him in the mold of CC Sabathia, a guy who had those innings in part because he wanted those innings. He asked to pitch in relief after throwing 160 pitches in a game in Japan this year, a postseason game. And if you look at the progression of innings, there is not a noticeable spike except for the 1 year where he was injured. In 2010, he missed 2 months. So when teams evaluate a pitcher, they figure, well, if he hadn't been injured, he would have pitched this number of innings. So I think the Yankees are comfortable with what he did in Japan. Obviously, there are going to be some things he's going to have to get acclimated to in the U.S., but I find this interesting too, Bob. In bullpen sessions between starts in Japan, he was using a Major League Baseball. He was throwing with a Major League ball, knowing that this could be what would happen to him in 2014, that would he be pitching in the States.
And we talked about it a lot around the stove when you're in studio, that it was probably going to be between the Yankees and the Dodgers. And you look at the Dodgers, had they signed him, it would have been a plus, no doubt, for their rotation. But it just seems like it's more than that for the Yankees.
The Yankees needed this guy, Bob. They needed somebody, a mid-20s pitcher that they could put up there at the top of their rotation, put him as a 1A type right up there with the Sabathia, and hope that he can be a linchpin. And they believe that he will be for the next several years. A guy that is going to throw 92 with his fastball. He's going to be able to get it up to 97. 2 different types of splitters, a swing and miss splitter, and one that he can throw for a strike. And it's a lot different when you just head into spring training trying to find a number 5 starter. If they didn't sign Tanaka, there would have been 2 openings, and you can't have that. Now you look at your front 4, you're feeling good about it, and whoever doesn't win that number 5 sweepstakes, it's Pineda, it's Warren, it's Phelps, it's Nuno, you're going to have some more guys move to your bullpen. So in a trickle-down effect, getting Tanaka strengthens the rotation, and it strengthens the bullpen.
That's a great point. All right, Jack, thanks for the insight. We're going to let you go, but look forward to seeing you again soon.
Sounds good, Bob.